All right, what's up, guys? So, Elliot Page is up. That name sounds familiar. I'm like, maybe I don't know. Maybe I just seen this guy somewhere before, like on social media. And I'm like, but it looks familiar, right? But, anyways, they have uploaded a video titled The Insane Reasons These 8 Shoes Got Canceled. I think throughout the time I've been a sneakerhead, I don't know. Maybe there was just some shoes like that I had missed out on or just forgot about them or something. But I'm trying to think, like, for the most part, I can't because I've been a sneakerhead since like late 2016, so I can't really think of no shoes since then that have been canceled. Maybe there were, and I just wasn't paying attention. But let's see if any shoes did make it on the list. I'm like, oh, I remember those shoes. I'm like, I'll be just crazy to see. I'm like, dang, that's why I never seen them because they got canceled. I bet like they probably some reselling websites probably got a pair, and then people trying to oversell them for a crazy amount. But anyways, if you guys haven't, make sure you go subscribe to Elliot Page for more videos like this. And then that being
Here's
said,
8 legendary sneakers that the world never got to see. Some because of shocking reasons, and others are just shrouded in mystery. Starting off with the off-white Jordan 1 Canary Yellow. This very well may be a sneaker that would have broken the internet if it actually released. Following the release of 3 now iconic Jordan 1 off-white collaborations with the Chicago colorway, the University Blue colorway, and the white colorway, people wanted more. And a new Jordan 1 was first seen at Virgil Abloh's Figures of Speech exhibition in 2019. This is the first.
They'll probably come out at some point, probably now, because they're like, there's since he passed, there's probably like other shoes that they want to put first, and then they'll probably save like the best for last or something.
First time that people saw what was supposed to be the 4th colorway of the Jordan 1 off-white collaboration. It was speculated to drop back in 2020, however, nothing came to fruition. Speculation and anticipation continued for this pair of sneakers in 2021 when Virgil's public website showed a pixelated image of this sneaker saying actually pending. But again, they didn't drop, and it seems like we will never see this pair of sneakers. However, there's still plenty of people holding out hope, with Nike recently confirming that there's going to be more collaborations with Off-White and even seeing a lot more images popping up online. However, it's still very likely that this sneaker will remain in the exhibition, never to see the light of day. Moving on to a Yeezy sneaker that's had people waiting on a release ever since 2016. That's right, 7 years ago now, Kanye West debuted his new Life of Pablo album alongside his Yeezy Season 3 clothing line. And in that group of models modeling the new clothing line was rapper Young Thug, wearing a military-style boot dubbed the Yeezy 1050 V1. People were highly anticipating the release of this boot, however, had to wait 2 years for any news on it. And that's when Kanye West actually tweeted in 2018 saying that he was still working on this boot. Now after this, we ended up seeing countless samples and different iterations of this boot, never to release.
They look nice. I don't know, man. Like, same with the off-white ones. Like, those ones, I probably, between those two, I get the off-white ones, but no, I think that Yeezy boot, I think, well, most likely, yeah, them shoes, well, if they do get released, they'll probably be underneath Adidas, but, no, like, I feel like, yeah, those would definitely be a good pair of, like, winter shoes, because it got, like, that Continental rubber at the bottom, and then a Gore-Tex upper. Yeah, I think that's, like, that'll probably be, like, the all-time greatest, like, like, bad weather shoe and stuff,
So finally, we started seeing images of what looked to be the ultimate version of this boot, and this was the Yeezy 1050 V3. It was Vault Orange and had a pretty different design to what we had seen previously. Design that I personally think would hold up pretty well today. Kanye then wore them during his Donda listening party, and in 2021 it finally seemed to have got a release date. These were going to retail at $400 and drop in December. However, that has come and gone, and given the fact that Yeezy and Adidas are no longer working together, it's very likely that we will never see these sneakers.
It'll be like I said, it'll be an Adidas version, because for those that don't know, Adidas, they are gonna still release like Yeezy shoes. They just won't have the Yeezy name on it, so it'll just pretty much, I can't even, like, it's funny how I'm like, there would be a pair of shoes I would like go ahead and get, but it's like currently holding up my camera and that's just doing too much. So, but anyways, yeah, so I guess, like, I think they did say sometime this year they're gonna start I guess, like, re-releasing them. I don't know, but anyway.
Right, next up we've got what many people call the greatest sneaker that never was. I'm talking about the Nike SB Dunk Low Freddy Krueger. This one takes it all the way back to 2007, where Nike was planning their annual Halloween-inspired sneakers. At this point, Nike was working on 3 different pairs: a Nike Air Trainer 1 Dawn of the Dead, a Nike Dunk High Jason Voorhees inspired by Friday the 13th. And of course, the Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger Nike Dunk Low.
Those do
of
go
course,
hard.
only 2 of these sneakers would ever release. You may be thinking to yourself 2 things. Why did these get cancelled? I've seen these floating around online. Hell, they're even on StockX and Go. Well, to answer both questions, the cancellation of this sneaker was very last minute. So last minute, in fact, that Nike had already sent pairs out to retailers before receiving a cease and desist letter from New Line Cinema, the producer of Nightmare on Elm Street. The claim of copyright infringement meant that Nike had to order retailers to send the pairs of shoes back to be destroyed to avoid litigation. And obviously, not everybody returned the shoes. And just to attach a number...
I'm like, I wouldn't have returned the pair. I'm like, this is like in 2007 where like shoes most likely wasn't even costing that much. No, I wouldn't have returned the pair. I had kept them. I'm just saying that for myself, I would have.
To the insane legend of this pair of shoes, the last sale on StockX was almost $50,000.
Wow.
Next up is a bizarre sneaker that I think most people are happy never saw the light of day. It's the Adidas collaboration with Jeremy Scott on the Roundhouse Mid handcuff. Now, Jeremy Scott is known for collaborating with Adidas on some crazy sneakers.
Yeah, those look okay.
Well, back in 2012, one of his latest creations was about to release. These were, according to Jeremy Scott, paying homage to plush toys of yesteryear. But the public got a very different vibe from this pair of shoes.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm like, what are those? Like the Yeezy Roots? Like what? Like I feel like I should be like wearing a Django outfit or something wearing those shoes. I was like, those are not, nah. I was thinking it. I didn't want to say it because I'm like, people were like, oh, why'd you have to? But it obviously, you know, other people are feeling the same way. I'm like, yeah, I just don't think that would be a good shoe to, you know, to really wear. I'm like, due to who I am. Yeah, I just think that would not be a good shoe. Maybe if they had got rid of the shackle, like without the shackles, the shoes look perfectly fine. But with the shackles, I'm like, no, that's just, nah, bruh, that ain't gonna work. So
we're going crazy because attached to the shoe was a yellow chain with a shackle on it. Critics believe that this was evoking slavery and that Jeremy Scott and Adidas were...
Because that's what people are gonna think when seeing the shoes. If they, like, maybe with anybody else, it's like, if it's like one of those fashion shows, it would definitely have to be a white person wearing it. But if a black person is seen wearing those shoes, yeah, maybe without the shackles, then it's like it's just another pair of Adidas. But with the shackles, yeah, you know, people are gonna take it the wrong way, and then yeah, it's not gonna do so well. So
racist for thinking it was all right to produce a shoe with a shackle on it. The sneaker was supposed to...
That's like equivalent to when what's that clothing store? Dang, it's like right there in the tip of my tongue. H&M, when they had released that shirt with the black kid wearing the coolest monkey in the jungle. Like, now just saying, if a white kid would have been wearing it, no problem. But you put that on a black kid, it's like that's not gonna be a good look.
To be inspired by the My Pet monster toy from the 80s. Because of the attention and backlash it received, Adidas pulled the sneaker completely, never to be released. And this wouldn't be the last time that Adidas had to cancel a sneaker because of the public backlash. The next run-in Adidas had was a sneaker they pulled before the release in 2019. And it won't take you long to see why this sneaker was confusing to say the least. It was the Ultra Boost Uncaged celebrating black culture, this all-white one. Yeah, so mostly people were just baffled that Adidas chose an all-white sneaker to be the one representing black culture.
That makes no sense.
And after official images of this sneaker came out and Adidas saw the backlash from this pair of shoes, they decided to cancel it and put it in the same grave that the Jeremy Scotts went in. Now another...
That makes no sense. You're saying it's uncaged and it's supposed to be about black culture, but it's an all-white shoe. Oh my god, like Adidas, what was y'all thinking? Like you cannot, you can't do stuff like that. That's not gonna make any sense.
A pair of dunks that was cancelled and now commands an insane resale price is the Nike Dunk Low SB 711. Now this is a sneaker that may seem pretty random at first, but the story goes deeper. It was designed for the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo. However, when the postponement of the games occurred, this sneaker wasn't just postponed, it was scrapped entirely. Now at first, this pair of dunks was supposed to be released exclusively out in Japan. 7-Eleven stores are owned by a Japanese company and are very popular out there. However, there was also a lot of rumors that Nike was planning to release them in the US as well, which given that the 2020 Olympics was going to be the first time that skateboarding was featured as a sport, these SB dunks would have made sense. However, ultimately this sneaker was scrapped, and like I said,
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I've seen these shoes numerous times, but they just shoes that don't really catch my attention. Like I don't know, like it would definitely be a pair of shoes where it's like I don't think I would spend resale on them. I most likely would either like I would want the shoes either for free or that's pay retail for it, but resale. Nah, I'm like that's just I don't know 7-Eleven shoes. Yeah, that's just they're shoes. If like I don't know if I see them in stores, yeah, I'll probably buy them. But yeah, it's just shoes that just like oh my god, I gotta have them. Nah, like they don't have like no effect on me like Bread 11s or something. You know, it's just it's shoes and it's like oh they cool I guess.
Dead now because of its rarity.
Maybe if it didn't have like the 7-Eleven attachment, then I think honestly like no Nike could sell the shoes, but it's like when you put the name of the company on there, then yeah, it's like I think that's why like shoes be like or companies like hey you can't do that, like no you gonna have to pull those. I don't think 7-Eleven was tripping, but I just speaking on the Freddy Krueger shoes, like you just say the inspiration behind these shoes is Freddy Krueger, but you know there ain't no like names or anything. It's just inspiration, you know. But anyways,
commands an insane resale value. All right,
yeah,
next up is pretty funny because Nike just couldn't get this one right. They failed and canceled not one but two Air Force Ones because of unbelievably silly mistakes. In 2019, Nike wanted to create a pair of Air Force Ones inspired by Puerto Rico. However, before they could release it, an indigenous group in South America revealed that this pattern had nothing to do with Puerto Rico. It was a traditional mola pattern from the Guna people in Panama and Colombia. Nike very quickly canceled it, however, kept at it because the very next year they tried again. This time they scrapped the patterns and went for a more simple design. And you're probably looking at this sneaker thinking to yourself, how can Nike mess this one up? Well, they probably thought that too. And right as they were about to release this pair, people realized that the flags on the tongue were mistakenly placed backwards. Yeah, a hand slap to the head moment, and they canceled it. And in 2022, they just wrote Puerto Rico on the back and called it a day. Thankfully, they spelled it right. Lastly, another.
There was the one shoes where I was like, I'm surprised they didn't cancel those, but it was these Air Forces. They came out in, I think it was February, 2022, or not 2022, 2020. And, no, it was these Air Forces where it was like for Black History Month. And the design to it, I was like, those aren't you. And the shoes, they didn't get pulled off the shelves or anything. It's shoes they should have been canceled. But they had like this mirror placement on the shoe. And I'm like, that's not good, bro. Like I think it was like kind of blurry, but I could just see right now somebody's like, oh well, let me test. There's this girl in front of me with a dress on or a skirt, let me see if I can see underneath her. Yeah, those shoes would have definitely had some people catching the case. And I think I remember it was a toss up because I did want to get me some like Black History Month shoes, and it was those ones, and then it was these like Air Max ones. And so I was like, of course I'm gonna go with the Air Max ones. I was like, those Air Forces, I'm like, no, I can see right now just me being out in public, and then somebody, you know, they see those shoes, and then, you know, I gotta defend myself, and I'm like, bro, it's a fashion statement. I'm not trying to be a pervert out here. And so yeah, those shoes, those should have been a pair of shoes that got canceled.
Another pair of Yeezys that is shrouded in mystery, the Yeezy 450 slide. These were first seen back in 2020 through leaks and rumors. Even Kim Kardashian got in on this, posting a bunch of different pictures of her wearing the pair. Now, it is a crazy looking pair of slides taking heavy inspiration from the actually released pair of Yeezy 450 sneakers. And given how incredibly popular the Yeezy slide already was for Adidas and Yeezy brand, of course, it made sense that they would release another version. And everything seemed right in line for an actual release. We had the name for the first colorway, Oh Funny, the all-over white pair. We had a date, December the 27th, and even a retail price, $65. Like, this pair of slides seemed to be so close to actually releasing. A lot of the early pairs seem to have actual tags from Adidas and sizing stickers, which usually means that there's been a full production and it's ready to go. But ultimately, they never released. Still, to this day, we don't know why they were canceled. Some rumors have indicated that there was production issues with this pair of slides, and now, like all other Yeezy models, we probably won't see a release, unless Adidas decides to stick to their words with releasing Yeezy designs without Kanye West. Now, to check out the most futuristic sneakers in the world, that video's there, or the most comfortable, that one's there.
Those do look kind of comfortable, though. I might have to 3 layers. Yeah, I might have to cop some shoes like that. What are those, Balenciaga? I can't even tell what those were. Yeah, man, you know, with shoes, it's like, yeah, it's if you mess up on them, then expect like the, people to go crazy over it and stuff. I'm like, when the fans don't like something, they will speak about it. So, but no, man, that was a pretty good video. Shout out to Elliot Page. If you guys haven't, make sure you go subscribe to him for more videos like this. Show love, show support. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.